guys, the big question that you probably all have been wanting to hear: should you hold the Jordan 4 Bred Reimagined or not? I'm here to answer this question. Should you actually hold, sell, or hell, even buy this shoe? Is it even worth going for? Just because this retail is so high. First thing I would say is it's 2024. Now you gotta remember, 2024 is a lot different than 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. A lot of things have changed in the sneaker market, so I would not just assume that things will do really well just because of what happened before. People aren't really spending that much money on shoes anymore. You don't have those checks anymore in the US. Cost of living as well is kind of terrible at the moment. I think especially around the world in general. Especially here in the UK, cost of living is absolutely terrible. And I'm assuming for the US, it's probably the same as well. Your shoes are not going to go up instantly. Me personally, I don't think these Jordan 4 Breds are going to skyrocket just because of how many pairs they're going to be releasing. Plus, we are in February. It's not like a holiday shoe that's dropped. If it's a holiday shoe, if this shoe actually dropped in, like, let's say November time, then yeah, things might actually change just because people have money to spend. But yeah, it's February and I can't see people spending that much money hell on shoes in general, unless you're like selling to like other resellers or you're trying to sell bulk to like shops, etc. Like, I don't know. Are people really going to be spending like $300, £400 on a pair of Jordan 4s? Are Jordan 4s even popular anymore? I feel like Jordan 4s are still quite popular. We've seen the frozen moments from last year. Those went up pretty fast. Also had like a shot drop in America, so they got the shot drop already. They had about, I don't know, about 70,000 pairs that dropped. And to be fair, the price did go down a bit, but then it kind of like went back to normal within a day. At the moment, I think on StockX, we're seeing prices around $230 to $250. Here in the UK, they're going to be retailing for about £200. It's quite a lot of money for a Jordan 4, considering back in 2020, when the Retro Fire Reds came out, I only paid $165. Like I said, I think if you're wanting to like invest in like this particular shoe, there's one thing you've got to remember. There's also another shoe coming out very soon after this shoe, within like 2 or 3 months. It depends on how long you want to hold the shoe for. Maybe you're doing it for the short term or the long term, but you got to remember there are military blues coming as well, and I think it's April or May time. So those also have the Nike Air on the back as well, which is very popular. The shoe itself is very popular. It's a white and like a UNC blue colorway, and that's definitely going to have just as much hype as this reimagined Bred anyway. We're mainly talking about the reimagined Breds, but obviously there's something to think about when another shoe actually comes. You can have enough capital to also invest in that shoe as well. Maybe you're going to put everything into Jordan 4 Breds. That might not be a good idea. If I'm in my position right now, if I had capital to like, you know, go all out on the shoe, I would personally go big sizes only. Also think about GS as well, because GS pairs are £90 less than the current men's, although they are more limited than the men's pairs, but your ROIs are going to be kind of similar to the men's anyway. So you might as well be spending less to make back the same ROI, if you get what I mean. Something to think about. Big sizes on the men's pairs, I think that's pretty obvious to be fair. And then for GS pairs, I would probably just go UK 5 to UK 6, because the highest sizes in the GS pairs will go for much more. Obviously you want to spread your chances and try and get as much success as you can. Bigger sizes are the way to go if you want to make more ROI. Those are going to be the more in-demand shoes. Like I think 10.5, UK 10.5, 11.5 might be good. Size 13, you know, maybe some even bigger sizes like a 14, who knows. People will get FOMO on this shoe, even though there's like 500,000 pairs supposedly to drop. There will be people that will still take L's and will still want this shoe. So I would personally, if I was going to like, do I want to invest a couple of months into one pair of shoes? I personally wouldn't. I would just prioritize on the hype as it's happening right now, and then just sell your pairs. Sell the pairs, move on to the next shoe that gets hyped, sell them then when that finishes. And then if you want to go back to the shoe, it might have gone up and then it might have just kind of gone back down. So if you've got the capital to like invest in a few more pairs, maybe in a few months time, this shoe might still be worth $230 to $250. You might reinvest into the pairs. If you can get like a bulk buyer deal, sometimes you might get them less, so it wouldn't hurt doing that, unless you want to like save up for like the long run to like the holidays of this year. But to be fair, we're so early into 2024. There's so much more stuff that's dropping, and I feel like you wouldn't want to put all your capital into this shoe. I feel like there's a lot more better things out there. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Like I said, if you have the capital, it wouldn't hurt investing. I'm talking like the big guys, but the big guys probably know what they're doing anyway. If you have like 10 grand to like invest in and you don't care about that money, perhaps it's pretty good to do that. Like, I mean, it's 10 grand if you can get it for retail. It's not too bad, but I feel like if you're spending 10 grand, if you can flip all those pairs for like £50 plus, you might as well just sell them immediately. So I'm not in it for the long run anymore. I'd personally just get your shit, get it sold, make your profits, and just keep building, keep scaling, and keep doing that. So yeah, that's basically it. So that's about it. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like. If you want to see more of these types of videos for like future drops in the future, let me know. Comment down what your plans are for the John Ford Reimagined breads, and yeah, stay tuned for more content.